been trying to get something out of this eye for like 15 minutes now, and I can't get it out. I can't get it out, and I have to film this video. So if you see me doing this throughout this video, that is why. I think it's an eyelash, but I can't find it. So today's video is a really fun and exciting one. I have been telling you guys that I was gonna film this video and post it literally since January 1st. And since we're almost in March, I figured I should really get to it. So we are gonna be talking about my 2021 favorites. All the makeup I was absolutely loving this past year. The stuff I honestly wore the most, like I used these products to death in 2021. And of course you're gonna recognize a lot of these products because I'm a creature of habit. I can't help it. When I fall in love with something, I love hard. I am faithful, I am loyal. But not to worry, I do have some new exciting things that became holy grails for me this past year. And honestly, like I can't picture my life without them. So there's a lot of newness in between some old stuff. I'm also gonna link my last year's favorites video because there's a lot of products that I am not gonna mention in this video that I mentioned in that one that I've been mentioning for like years and years now, like my Smashbox Primerizer. That's been my favorite primer for like 10 years in a row now. So I don't wanna beat a dead unicorn if I don't have to. I don't like to say horse. But yeah, there's also some like little miscellaneous stuff in here too, like my favorite perfume of the year, some hair products, and other stuff. So yeah, this video is 900 years long. Go grab some popcorn, a glass of wine, because we're gonna be here a long time. Okay. You know the drill. I'm gonna run through these products. There's 100 of them and we can't talk about one thing too long. All right, so as you guys know, I'm 30. And ever since a friend of mine drilled into my head that sunscreen was vital for anti-aging, or you know, aging gracefully, I have literally never looked back. And I know that I've always known that, but my friend Ceci is about 10 years older than me and her skin is incredible. She looks amazing, so youthful and glowy all the time, and she's like, sunscreen. And so ever since that day, like 2 years ago, I haven't stopped. I wear it every day, literally every single day, even if I'm just walking around. There's sunlight coming through those windows. You think it doesn't get you, but it does. And so pretty much I've been using the same sunscreen I spoke about last year. Supergoop continues to be my favorite sunscreen. I love pretty much everything they do, but I mainly wear their Glowscreen underneath my makeup. It's kind of been like my go-to primer recently, unless I'm extra dry and I take that extra step with priming. Sunscreen has pretty much taken over my primer these days. At least when I'm not filming, like when I'm just going out the door, going to the office, something like that. Supergoop is definitely my go-to, but I have been wearing my Clinique Superdefense City Block almost like every day this year. Like I wear this one a lot. I was using this one like hardcore for a couple months and then I stopped using it, went back to my Supergoop, was trying out some other ones, and then I got back on this, and I love this one so much because number one, it's SPF 50, so it's really high, but it's also so thick. I love it for my dry skin. I would say if you're oily, you probably would hate this because it is so intense and moisturizing, but I seriously love that. It makes my skin look so glowy, and I also find that it's not greasy. Like it's thick and hydrating, but it's not like slippy and disgusting. All my makeup that I put on top of this blends beautifully right on top. So I love my Superfans Shady Look. So yeah, like I said, sunscreen has pretty much taken over my primer. But when I am putting on a primer, I always go for my Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. I think this is the primer I mentioned in my last year's favorite as well. It continues to be a go-to for me. Sometimes I even prefer it over my primerizer, believe it or not. I feel like it makes my makeup last a little bit longer than that one. Like at the end of the night, it looks a little less shiny, but it's so hydrating, so beautiful, and everything looks great on top of it. Okay, so I have a foundation of the year for me. Ever since I discovered this product, and I forget when in 2021 I discovered it. I think it was around the summertime because I'm wearing it today, and oh my god, I had to blend it down my neck because it is 100% my summer shade. Look at my hand. It's a little too deep for me. But the Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint is definitely the award-winning face product for me for 2021. I love this. It's shot up to the top of my favorites when it comes to tinted moisturizers and foundations. It is seriously up there for me with my Thrive Causemetics CC Cream, with my Makeup Forever HD Stick, which is like a holy grail product. This is seriously one of my favorite foundations I've ever tried, or blurring skin tint. Honestly, it feels so much like a foundation to me, like a very natural light foundation. I just think it gives a little bit more than what you think a blurring skin tint would give you. Like, don't get me wrong, it still has a very natural finish, which is what I love about it. It really does like blur your skin and it looks like a very soft, beautiful filter, but it still covers. Like, I feel like it still has great coverage. It lasts a really, really long time on the skin. Like, it's almost foundation-like to me. It's kind of like both. And I love it, love it, love it so much. So easy to blend. I love this packaging. Like, I'm obsessed with squeezy tubes. I prefer them over pumps. I say that all the time. But seriously, so amazing. So amazing. Hands down, best foundation slash skin tint that I tried in 2021. And then I have to give a quick honorable mention to my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation that I've mentioned, I think, in like the past 3 or 4 yearly favorites videos. This continues to be my favorite foundation at the drugstore. It is flawless, lasts all day, covers everything, and it doesn't cling to any of my dry patches. It looks awesome on my dry skin, even though it has like that flawless finish. It's seriously so good. Every time I wear this, people ask me what's on my face. People ask me what foundation I'm wearing, and that's amazing. When people like extra notice your skin, good stuff. I have a new concealer to talk about this year, and it's one of those products that I like slowly fell in love with. It wasn't like love at first sight, you know? But I kept noticing that I was reaching for this concealer over and over and over again, even as foundation. Like, I have 2 shades, 3.5. Oh, did I even tell you what this is? This is the Makiage Fuck I'm Flawless Multi-Use Perfecting Concealer, and I'm in the shade 3.5. It's what I have underneath my eyes right now, but I also have the shade 8, and I use this as foundation all the time. Like, when I'm really lazy and I throw this concealer on and I don't want to go through the mission of like putting on foundation, I will take the shade 8 and just put it on at the same time and just like blend it all together. Like, just draw a bunch of crap on my face and just start blending, because it's so blendable. This concealer just blends into nothing. It never, ever looks cakey underneath my eyes. And the older I get, like, I really realize that I just can't wear all of my concealers anymore. I look at my concealer drawer and I see my full collection, and I know for a fact half of those concealers will look really cakey on me now. Which is a sad reality. But you know, it happens. But not with this. Not with this guy. And it's not too sheer. Like, the coverage is really, really good. It's not super full coverage, but just like enough where it looks like skin. I love this. Okay, this is a quick shout out. Super quick. You know how I'm obsessed with, please don't look at my brushes. Oh my gosh, I have to wash them. I haven't washed them in like 2 months, I'm not even gonna lie. And I use them like every day, oh. But you know how I love the Causemetics Love is the Foundation brush, but they only release this brush like once a year for breast cancer awareness. In October, I believe, they launch this every year. And so you can only get it once a year, which sucks, but it's the best foundation brush in the whole world. I have found a dupe. Not like an exact dupe, but a close replacement. I love this brush so much. It's also cute. Really, really cute. It's pink, and this is from the brand Liss Beauty, and it's their... Oh, okay, it doesn't have a name, but it looks like this. It's like their big foundation brush. I love this. Oh my god, it melts the foundation right into your skin. Like, it buffs it right in. Doesn't leave any streak marks. It just makes your foundation look so beautiful, and I love this brush so much. I use it like every single day, and it's nice and soft, and yeah, I like it. Okay. I know, I'm the last person to get on this train, but the original makeup eraser, like this cloth thing to make this is the best thing to ever exist. Greatest idea of all time, okay? I washed mine, I made sure that it wasn't disgusting, because it definitely was yesterday. But honestly, ever since you guys told me like, hey, stop using makeup wipes. Why are you buying makeup wipes? There really is no point, you're killing the planet. Stop doing that. I was skeptical. I really was. And I know I've mentioned this like when I've talked about the makeup eraser in previous favorites videos, that I just didn't think it was gonna take off all of my makeup. But bro, it does. It does. It takes off waterproof makeup and everything. All you have to do is wet this little guy under the sink. I mean, I know this is old and you've seen people use this 100 times, but just in case you don't know, you just wet this under the sink with like warm water and just take off your makeup, and it doesn't pull at the skin, it doesn't tug, and it gets everything off. And then after, you just wash this and done. And you're not just like wasting a bunch of makeup wipes to remove your makeup, because we both know it doesn't only take one wipe to remove a full face, okay? So get yourself a makeup eraser. I'm telling you, believe me, life-changing. Definitely a go-to product for me in 2021. I used these things to death. I have like 87. In all sizes and colors. I love this. I mean, I'm just gonna mention it, I'm just gonna say the names and I'm gonna place them down because nothing will ever replace my Glossier Brow Flick and my Nudestix Brow Gel. This combo, I will never look back. It's what's on my brows. Best combo ever, and I will sing that from the rooftops. I will die on this hill. Don't expect to see anything else in these yearly favorites for the rest of my life, okay? So, I don't know if I said this in my last year's favorites, that I was really falling in love with cream products. And if I thought 2020 was the year of cream products for me, I was wrong. It was definitely 2021. I completely fell in love with cream makeup this past year. Cream bronzers, cream blushes. Oh my God, I could just melt right here talking about it. And even though I literally beat my ILIA Drawn In Nightlight Bronzing Powder to death again for a second year in a row, look at this. I think this is like my third compact and I break them every time. That's kind of worrying me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, why does that keep breaking? But I love this, best powder bronzer ever. I mean, ever since I discovered it a couple years ago, I haven't looked back. I love the color of it. It's actually the bronzer I'm wearing on my skin right now. It's the best. When I'm not using this, I am using cream bronzers. Seriously, that's like the only powder bronzer I've been using these days. Cream bronzer is the way to go, and out of all the ones that I've tried, I have to say these are my top two, and I used these so much in 2021. The Makeup by Mario Light Medium Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick is an amazing cream contour. Like specifically if you want to contour, sculpt the face, this is the best cream bronzer formula-wise. I mean, the color is great too, but this formula, guys, you need it. Even if you don't like cream bronzer, you need it. I think it's my favorite cream bronzer formula I've tried. It just blends so easily. It never looks patchy. I love how smooth my skin looks, and it lasts all day. Truly, like, so freaking good. And I also really love the Causemetics one in summer, especially in the summertime. I used it so much in the summer. It's just like this beautifully warm, but not too warm. Like, it's not too orange. Neutrally color. I mean, it does lean a little bit more warm than neutral, but it's not too much. And it has like very soft shimmers in it, but it doesn't make your skin look glittery or anything. But like the Makeup by Mario one, it blends like a dream. It's so beautiful and the color is stunning. I love it so much. And it also lasts all day on the skin. I really find that cream products just work so well with my skin because my skin is so dry. Like, it just like clings on and stays all day, which I really love, and just love this. And if you thought that cream bronzers got me all riled up, oh, wait till I start talking about cream blushes. I love them so much. And I'm not gonna lie, I could have sat here and talked about like 100 different ones, like my Anastasia Latte. I use that one a lot. I have been recently loving my little Refi one. This one in the shade Rose. It's like a baby doll pink. Oh my gosh. Juicy. I've been loving that. There's so many I've been loving, but if I have to shout out a specific brand, it would have to be Nudestix. The Nudestix Nudies are so good. They have Nudies Matte, and then they have their Nudies Bloom, which is a lot more dewy and juicy. And I'm not gonna lie, I like the Nudies Bloom formula a little bit more, but this blush in Picante, in the matte formula, was probably my most used blush in the summer. Oh my gosh, I used this to death. I would even wear this randomly going to my pool. Like a little bit of mascara, a lot of sunscreen, and then this on my cheeks because I just loved how it looked in the summer, like under the sun. Oh my gosh, she looks so tan and juicy and delicious. This looks good on literally every single skin tone. I have yet to see somebody look bad in Picante. So even though it might look scary, give it a shot. It's really good. And you can use this like all over your face, on your eyes, on your lips. The Nudestix little blushes are really good. I also really love Cherry Blossom and Rusty Rouge. This one, oh my gosh, this one in the fall, incredible. Incredible. And then I also have to give a shout out to the Causemetics So Soft cream blush in the shade Pearl Tea. I used this so much as well. It's just like a really soft everyday nude color. It looks great on with so many different looks. Like, you really can't go wrong with Pearl Tea. It looks beautiful with every single eye makeup. So I definitely wore this one a lot. The Causemetics cream products are so incredible and you should definitely check them out. Okay, so another blush I have to talk about is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Divine Blush in the shade Desert Orchid. I completely fell in love with this blush last year. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying last year. for 2021. But I fell in love with this blush, and honestly, like I said, I've been going through a major cream kick, but whenever I've worn powder blush, this has been the blush I've worn. It's just so stunning, and the finish is beautiful. Besides the fact that this packaging is gorgeous, like the rose imprint on the blush is just so beautiful to look at. Every time I open the compact and I go to put it on my cheeks, I'm like, oh, that's so lovely. I love it. I just love beautiful things, you know? But besides that, it is such an incredible color, and I don't think I have anything like this in my collection, which is saying a lot because I have a lot of blushes. And you know what's funny? It kind of reminds me of Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon, but like the pinkier, rosier version of it. Like it still has that peachy element, of course, but it has like that more neutral nude vibe that just looks so beautiful on the cheeks. Like it doesn't pull too cinnamony like Toasted Cinnamon does. This one is a little bit more natural. It's actually the blush I'm wearing on my skin right now. I swear it doesn't look like anything special, but it really, really is. It has such a beautiful sheeny finish, but there's no like glitter in this. It's just beautiful glow. Like for example, I'm not wearing any highlight on my face. I actually don't have a highlight to mention this year. I wasn't like a huge highlight person in 2021. I'm not gonna lie, I mainly got my glow from like all my cream products and stuff like that I felt like I didn't really need to wear highlight all that much. But I'm wearing this blush on my cheeks right now, and you can see how glowy my cheeks look. Like it looks really, really natural, but it still has a really beautiful dewy effect and highlight, and that's just the sheen of this blush. Like I said, I'm not wearing a highlight, and I definitely don't feel like I need one. It looks like I'm wearing one. It's such a gorgeous blush. I know Pat McGrath is pretty expensive, but I melt every time I wear this. It's so beautiful. Cannot get enough. Okay, let's quickly dabble into the eye category. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have been wearing the exact same eyeshadow palette since like 2019. And I know you've kind of seen it in like my description box where I'm like, oh my gosh, there's this palette that I've been using and I've been loving from a brand that hasn't come out yet and they haven't launched it yet, and I'm not allowed to talk about it until they launch it, but they just haven't launched it yet. So when they do and I'm allowed to talk about it, I'll let you know. That is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now, that palette. Super vague, I'm sorry. But besides that palette, I do have some delicious eyeshadows that I was obsessed with in 2021, and that's saying a lot because I was using this palette to death, and still I made time for these guys because that's how good they are. So of course, huge shout out. Did I mention these last year? I think so, right? Huge shout out to the bite-sized eyeshadows from e.l.f. These are incredibly affordable, just a few dollars, and they pack such an intense punch. They're so creamy, so pigmented. The mattes are extremely blendable, and the shimmers are really foiled. They almost look wet on the eyes, and it's so impressive considering these are really affordable eyeshadows. Don't get me wrong, e.l.f. eyeshadows have always been good, but these are like extra good. Best eyeshadows e.l.f. has ever come out with. So definitely check out their bite-sized eyeshadows if you haven't. They're so good and small. Another little tiny palette that's easy to travel with is the Divine Skies eyeshadow palette from Causemetics. I also used this to death in 2021, and I'm not sure you can tell, there's a huge dent on that brown. I was loving that. Oh. I was loving that brown. This was definitely like my go-to mauve rosy romantic palette last year. I love all of these palettes from Causemetics. I actually just recently talked about her masterpiece collection in my last video. They're so incredible because you get 6 eyeshadows in such a tiny little thing, and they're big eyeshadows. So I like the setup, and they're really good, great quality. I love the colors. I love how all of these look together. Like you don't need to dabble into any other palettes, and they're all really great. Every single one. Definitely check these out. Causemetics is killing it, I'm telling you. And then the other palettes I wanted to mention are the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights and Desert Lights palettes. These are also really affordable. I believe Jungle Lights was limited edition. I'm not sure you can get this one anymore. This one is like my favorite out of the two, but I think you can still get the Desert Lights one. This one is just as good. It's just that you get like more color options in Jungle Lights. This one has like a more rosy monochromatic theme, but still really amazing. This shade right here makes the whole palette worth it. I mean, every shade is incredible, but this shade is my favorite. It looks so beautiful all over the lid, like a smoky eye, and then like these colors in the center. Oh my god. The most foiliest, beautiful eyeshadows you would think they're like trillions of dollars. So good. And then of course my go-to mascara last year was the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extension Mascara. I think this is like the 3rd year in a row where I mentioned this. Hands down my favorite mascara ever. This is just like a little travel one, which I don't know why, but I love like tiny little mascaras. Like I like the travel versions sometimes more than the full size. But yeah, I love this. It's a tubing mascara, so easy to remove, which is what makes it so incredible, but it's also very volumizing, lifting. I will never stop using that mascara. It's so good. But I need to give a huge shout out to the Rare Beauty mascara. I was looking for a name, but the Rare Beauty mascara. This sucker really surprised me. And let me tell you, when I want like really intense, like thick, juicy, when I want lashes like that, I'm reaching for my Rare Beauty mascara. It's so thick, so volumizing, so black, so intense that it literally blows me away. You just need a few strokes and you've got like false looking lashes. It's so incredible. I love it so much. Definitely my favorite mascara that I tried in 2021. Like out of all the new ones I tried, this one was the most impressive to me, and I will continue to buy that every time I run out of it. Okay, let's dive into lips. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have been creating a lip gloss formula for Lights Lacquer to do like a lacquer and lips situation over there. I've been working on the formula literally throughout the entire year of 2021. One of the hardest things I've worked on, honestly. And so I have been testing a lot of glosses, a lot of lip products, and I've been mainly using like my samples and my little secret colors and stuff like that throughout the year. And you know, I can't talk about those things today. So besides those glosses, I definitely want to give a shout out to like the 2 lipsticks I feel like I wore a lot last year. This one, hands down, like way more than this one. I wore this one 10 times more, but I did wear this one a lot too. So this is the Bobbi Brown, I think it's called like Shine Luxe lipstick. I don't know the name of this because it's not on the packaging, but it's their lipstick in the shade Honey. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I have any of this left. I use this to death, and I don't think I go through it very quickly because I always just use it to like stamp on the lips. Like it's just like a really soft mauve color, but it has a really shiny finish. It's like a mauvey brown, so beautiful. But like I said, it has that really beautiful shiny finish that looks so juicy on the lips. You can really build up the color. Oh my god, it's stunning. And I don't really love Bobbi Brown that much. Like, I don't know, none of their products have really blown me away or anything, but I love this color in Honey. It is so yummy. And I wore it so much last year. Like definitely my most worn lipstick of 2021. But I also have to give a huge shout out to the Revlon 755 Bare It All cream lipstick. Look at that. Look at that wear. For someone who has a lot of makeup, that's a lot for one lipstick. And I haven't been using it for that long, only like half the year. This is such a good nude. That's what I've been wearing on my lips this whole time. A combination of Honey and Bare It All. But I love this nude. I love how creamy it is. It doesn't smell like anything, so that's pleasant. It looks beautiful with warm eyeshadows, cool eyeshadows. It's just like such a pretty neutral nude that goes with everything. So it's really like a go-to lipstick, honestly. One that you should totally add to your collection if you like nudes like this, because it's just so good, so creamy. The formula is great, and it's affordable. So, and then I have to, oh my gosh, I'm like totally out of this product. There's barely anything left. I have to literally scoop this out every time I use it now. But the Kimchi Chic Candy Lips Lip Mask in Pink Sour Punch is my go-to lip mask. Whenever my lips are chapped, literally this is, I always throw this on throughout the day. I am constantly reapplying it. There's something about it that I love so much, and I honestly think it's the scent. Like it smells like a dentist office, which normally I wouldn't love, but it just makes my lips and like my mouth feel so fresh, and I really like that minty scent around my mouth. And it's so thick, so hydrating. I always just throw it on like right before I do my makeup, and it just preps and nourishes my lips before any lip product. I love it so much. And then of course, you already saw this coming, maybe. The Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. This one is actually the maximum plump one, but the Extreme specifically is my favorite. Best lip plumper in the whole world. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. It's really intense. Like, don't get it on your skin intense. It really plumps them lips. It plumps them lips better than any lip plumper on the market, I will tell you that. It's a little painful, but I like it, man. I like it. You know what? I'm gonna say it. The more painful my lip plumper, the more I like it. Should I be concerned? Because I love the pain so much. I love this. Now, even though I wasn't wearing a lot of different lip products in 2021, I was testing out so many lip liners, using so many different lip liners. And of course, as usual, nothing will ever compare to my Pat McGrath lip liners. Best lip liners on the market. I'm not even gonna go into it because that would be beating a dead unicorn. But I definitely want to talk about the Carli Bybel and Makiage lip liner. Their waterproof lip liner in the shade AI. It's the lip liner I'm wearing right now. Oh my gosh. I love this so much. The color is perfect. I always felt like Pat McGrath was missing a color like this because Done Undone from Pat McGrath is a little bit too light and pink, and then Contour is a little bit too deep and brown. I mean, they're perfect. They're my favorite lip liners. I love them. But we were missing something like in between, and this is that in between shade. This shade is so good. It's like almost cool tone, but neutral. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. AI, like shout out to Carli Bybel, shout out to Makiage. I love it. The formula is also really, really good. They last a really long time. I'm so excited to keep trying the Makiage lip liners because I love it so, so, so much. So this was definitely like an amazing discovery for me in 2021. And I know I'm gonna use this all up, and I hope they never stop making it because I know it was a collab, so it might be limited edition. Oh no, please don't ever go. Please, Makiage, keep that forever. And of course, shout out to Causemetics birthday suit lip liner. This one is not birthday suit. This is Dulce, but I completely ran out of birthday suit. It's like this big, and I lost it. I don't know where it is. But it's the best pinky nude lip liner you will ever find. I love me some birthday suit. That completes the lip category. Not many there, but now we can talk about hair, skin, and stuff like that. I've been waiting the entire video to talk about this. This is my second bottle of Byredo Mojave Ghost. And that is saying a lot for a psycho like me who has 800 perfumes. I went through an entire bottle in 2021 and I just got it and I am dead. Every time I smell it, I die. This is probably one of the best perfumes I've ever discovered in my entire life. Like, out of all my perfumes. And you know, I am obsessed with The Only One by Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci 2, Versace Crystal Noir. There's so many that I love very deeply. And this, it's like, this is bumping them out of the way. And it sucks because it is such an expensive perfume. Like, bro, this is expensive. One of the most expensive perfumes that I've ever purchased. And I always purchase the 1.6 one. I should probably purchase the big one because you get more for your money, but my gosh, it's so expensive. Like, the big bottle is a monthly car payment. But this is one of those perfumes that are really, really expensive but worth the money. And I'm not necessarily sure I feel that way about all Byredo perfumes. I have a few in my collection. I have Gypsy Water, Bibliothèque, I love Bibliothèque, Slow Dance. None of them really compare to Mojave Ghost, and I love those, but this is just like, it's a story. I can't even explain it. It's like it's a novel. Like, you smell it and you can almost feel the story. What? That's terrible. I don't know. That's a terrible way of explaining a perfume. I'm gonna put the notes for you right here so I don't sound like a crazy person, but it's so beautiful. That's the only way I could really describe this perfume, is that it's beautiful and almost like intoxicating. Every time I wear this, somebody asks me what I'm wearing, and it lasts such a long time on the skin, which is crucial for something that costs so much. Like, if it doesn't last all day, what's the point? No. This lasts till the next day. It is incredible. Last year I spoke about Versace Crystal Noir, an incredible discovery that year. This one's topping the charts. It's a splurge, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. I have to give a shout out to my Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Curl Activating Mousse. Still the best mousse I've discovered, and I keep trying them. I keep trying a bunch of different ones over and over and over again because, you know, my hair is naturally, let's call it wavy. And still, this is the best one. So affordable. You can get it at Ulta, and it just makes my curls so bouncy and shiny. And it's really, really great with frizz. I have the frizziest freaking hair known to man. Like, I swear to you, no one has frizzier hair than me. And it's amazing with that. It has really good hold, but it's not crispy. And I've tried really, really expensive brands, like really expensive mousses, and they don't compare. Also, the Curl Smith In Shower Style Fixer has been a go-to of mine whenever I wear my hair naturally. It's a styling gel that you apply in the shower, but it's really, really good. It's also amazing for anti-frizz. Like if you're a frizzy gal like me, you are going to love this. It is an intense hair gel, like it has an extreme hold and there's like a whole process to it, like you have to do it in the shower and it's like this whole thing, but it leaves your curls so defined and like not puffy at all. Like it's really, really great. Again, if you need that intense hold, if you don't want that frizz, this stuff is really good. I love Curlsmith as a brand in general. Probably my favorite curly girl brand out of all the ones I've tried. So shout out to Curlsmith in general. Speaking of frizz, this is something that I bought later in the year, but I have been loving this so much. It's like truly like a savior for me. This is the Living Proof Frizz Vanishing Oil. Stops frizz, adds healthy shine, it's silicone free. So good. I honestly bought this because this was the product that was in Megan Fox's hair. Was it for the VMAs? I forget. If it wasn't last week, I no longer remember. Where she had like her hair like drenched and she looked like a hot piece of ass. Honestly, like so hot, so good. And her hair looked amazing and I was like, I need that product. I'm never gonna do that hairstyle, but I need that product. And a little goes a very long way, but it's so good. It really is great for frizz. It makes your hair look so shiny and it doesn't weigh your hair down. A lot of hair oils weigh your hair down, but this one is very lightweight and just kind of like disappears in your hand. Not disappears, but like, it's just so lightweight and not heavy at all. And I hate when oils weigh my hair down because I already feel like I have flat hair. My hair is not very voluminous because I don't have that many layers and I have like very long hair. So sometimes it like falls flat, but this oil isn't heavy and I love it. I love it. And then the last two products I want to mention are from Sol de Janeiro. I love these. I love their Rio Dio aluminum free deodorant. It smells just like their classic delicious, oh my gosh, I'm like almost done with this. Their classic delicious scent, so like the Bum Bum Cream, oh my god. It's amazing, it's amazing. Every time I put on this deodorant, like I smell it for a few hours after that. Like it just smells so good. And I'm very picky with my aluminum free deodorants. Don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. Native's deodorant is still number one. It's still the best aluminum free deodorant I have ever tried, ever. Shout out to Native's. But the scent on this is so incredible that I had to pick it up and I was very pleasantly surprised. I was very pleased that it didn't make me smell because usually aluminum free deodorants, they're not the best at like masking scents, but this is awesome. It's not as long wearing as my Native one, but I just keep it in my purse, I'm not gonna lie, and I reapply it throughout the day. That's the sacrifice you gotta make when you want aluminum free. But it's still a great deodorant and like the smell, the scent, I cannot get enough. Same with their hand sanitizer. I've gone through like 17 bottles of this. You can see me when I leave my house. I'm like, hi, how are you? Let me see your hand. I share my hand sanitizer with everyone I come in contact with. Sharing is caring. Every time I spray this on somebody, they're like, what hand sanitizer is that? This blows everybody away. You will never find a hand sanitizer that smells as good as this. And it's not sticky, it's just so good. Please never stop making this hand sanitizer, Sol de Janeiro. I cannot live without it, okay? It's the Brazilian Touch hand sanitizer and it's amazing and it's the best. But the best I cannot. And you stay smelling that way, it's just so good, it's so good. It's so good that I even spray it like on my father-in-law sometimes. And he always like rubs it on himself. Like he'll get it on his hands and he's like, wow, this smells so good. I'm like, I have the perfume if you want. I can give you that instead. This is for your hands. But still, it's amazing and you need it. Oh my gosh. We got to the end of this thing. It's been 2 hours since I started filming this video. I get distracted very easily though. But yeah, guys, okay, that completes this video. Those were my favorite products of 2021. My go-tos, my must-haves, definitely the products that I wore and I used the most throughout the year. I would really love to know what your main favorites were from 2021, like your top 5. Like list them for me. Cause when I think about it, if I have to put my top 5, oh my gosh, I wouldn't even know. This would be number 1. Probably number 2. These were very special in 2021. I don't know, it's hard. I have so many good stuff. I have so many good things. But I need you to narrow down your favorites. Let me know what your must-haves were because if I haven't checked them out, I definitely will. But yeah, guys, that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!